there guys, Gutslove here, and a little bit of an update. I would like to talk about three things, but first of all, I'm going to announce, well, for those of you who have not seen my previous video, I'm going to Comic-Con. Sadly, I'm only going to go on Sunday because of the new system that Comic-Con has tried out in, issuing the tickets, and it was randomly selected people instead of telling you, oh, you're in a certain part of the line and you just have to wait. No, this time on both occasions, both for the pre-registration and then the normal registration, people were selected randomly, and that sucked. And that only let me get one ticket for Sunday. So if you're around the Gutslove Quarter or you're inside Comic-Con, come on, say hi. I'm gonna be dressed up as this handsome devil, Tamatewa from Moana, for those of you who don't know. Because hey, who doesn't like this lovable bastard? Okay. I also want to talk about the three things that happened during the week or weekend, or I don't know. Okay, there's gonna be three things. One is gonna be the movie trailer for Shape of Water by Guillermo del Toro. The second one is gonna be the D23 Ducktales vision. The little teaser that they gave us about one of the episodes. I think it's gonna be like the premiere episode, if I'm not mistaken. And the third one, what was it? Ah, Jesus, I wanted to talk about it, but I forgot. Okay, Shape of Water, DuckTales, and shoot, I forgot. And I recorded this like the other day, but the lights went out and I couldn't record all right. Oh, damn it! I need to remember. Oh, what was it? Was it Castlevania? No, I've already seen all of those episodes. Oh, shoot. Well, it'll come to me. I can't remember. It was three things. It was Shape of Water, DuckTales, and something else. It'll come to me. Okay, first of all, Shape of Water. If you guys are fans of Guillermo del Toro and know his style like I do, I'm a big fan of his work. I love his way of cinematography. I love his stories, except for Hellboy 2. That movie is really pretty to look at, but in essence, it's a bad movie. Like, it wasn't executed correctly. It had a lot of problems, and if I had to do like a top 5 video or top 10 Guillermo del Toro films, you would see Hellboy 2 way below. And that man has not done us wrong as of yet. Not as a producer, as a director, okay? I love his movies and he is amazing. It doesn't matter if he produced a movie, it's mostly on the director's fault, not on Guillermo. Okay, so it's sort of like a Little Mermaid but in reverse kind of story, I think. And it has a lot of inspiration from what I've seen. Damn it, I now remember what was the third thing. Okay, third thing was gonna be the Kingdom Hearts D23 thing. Yeah, I remember. Thank you, Nicholas. Okay, it has a lot of elements of Bioshock. You know how the setting is. It feels kind of underwater-ish. Because if you've seen the teaser poster, it has a buttload of Bioshock vibes to it, from the not typography, that's tipografía in Spanish, the font used for the Shape of Water, and also the background. It has this Art Deco style to it, and it has, of course, water running down it, and it gave me a lot of Bioshock vibes, from the first two. And also, the creature, who is interpreted by Doug Jones, one of my favorite actors, because come on, that man can become a monster. Like, literally, he's super freakish and I love him, I adore him. He's the creature who looks a lot like a combination of Ape Sapien from the Hellboy movies and also the creature from the Black Lagoon, if I'm not mistaken. And it's this story about this woman who's a mute who ends up interacting with this creature, and it kind of becomes this very beautiful love story, and also because of the corporation, or the company she works for, wants to dissect this creature and learn from it, kill it to understand it. The typical kind of thing. And I really dig the whole role that our main lady is gonna be. She's a mute. You normally don't see that kind of character, a main character who's a mute. She has to express everything through her facial expressions, and also the lines that she has to do while doing the damn it, I don't want to say hand signals. Damn it, I forget the language. If any of you guys remember the name, please take this with a grain of salt. I forgot. I'm just excited over this movie and I forget the name. Sign language, that's the one. Sign language. She's using sign language, and you rarely see that. I don't want to say that it's exotic. No, you rarely see that in especially main characters, and she is our main character. She's the one who falls in love with this creature who also learns sign language thanks to her. And one of the most poignant lines that I've seen in the trailer, uttered by her, well, not uttered, she says it in her sign language, that this creature doesn't see her as incomplete. She just sees her as a complete human being. And that is a really poignant line because, of course, she senses that she's missing something, and I think that's speech, because a lot of people, don't take it from me, I have no idea how people who can't speak, who are mute, I have no idea how they feel, nor people who are deaf, but still I can get a sense of what they feel because of having that absence of being able to communicate that in that way. They feel outcasts, and I do know how it feels to be an outcast. Come on, I spent a lot of my primary years in secundaria. Dude, I was a freaking misfit. And I really dig her, and the whole story about, the company trying to say, oh no, this is just a creature, we're gonna dissect it, come on. And it becomes this whole love story, and it becomes a little bit darker. I freaking dig it. I dig Guillermo del Toro's style. I freaking love it, and I love how if you guys went to LACMA or any of the exhibits with his stuff, the things that he surrounds himself with in one of his houses, at home with monsters, you also get to read part of his biography, and it's really freaking interesting, and also very, what's the word I'm looking for? It really lets you see more of what he had to go through in his younger life, and damn, like, Guillermo, my respect. Like, damn. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys so you can look it up, and it really expresses itself in this movie. Having that love for monsters, and not just, oh, it's just a monster and he looks cool, I love it. No, the intricacy and basically the humanity behind the monster. Even humans are more monstrous than monsters are, people who are opposite of us. And I find that really beautiful. And you also, damn it, I love this trailer. My inner Monster X girl, fangirl, like my inner fangirl is like screaming like hallelujah, finally, because I really love the concept of Beauty and the Beast, and also Monster X girl or boy. Any relationship between a monster and a human, I love that, because it shows a lot of intricacies of what a relationship could be, and also what it has to be, a form of trust and whatnot. But I think I'm reading a little bit too much into this, because I freaking love that concept, and I love this. I want to see this movie so badly. It comes out on December 8th. And it's under Fox Searchlight. That's the thing that really caught my eye. If it were under 20th Century Fox, it would have been so limited, like super mega, like Hollywood. It's gonna be like, no, Guillermo, you can't do this, you can't do that. But if you do it under a company, a stir company that plays more with indie productions, I wouldn't say products. When you play with more indie productions, you have more liberties. That's how we got Black Swan and other movies, because independent movies get more freedom compared to those who are attached to Hollywood. Hello, we got a buttload of Transformer movies. Also, if you are a fan of Guillermo del Toro, you can see a lot of his style, from underground stuff, things that are bound in jars. He has this niche. He has this, not cliche, but this kind of quote-unquote fetish with certain stuff. If you've seen a lot of his movies, you get to identify those kind of things. Even Pacific Rim has that kind of style. It has his intricacies and kind of like a Spanish, old Spanish kind of thing. If you've seen Pan's Labyrinth, you instantly know. And I'm excited about this movie. I want to see it. Like, why is December so far away? Okay, D23, both things. It's gonna be Ducktales and Kingdom Hearts. Okay, we're gonna go straight to the Ducktales thing because I'm excited for Kingdom Hearts. But yeah, what we see in the segment that is shown to us by the Ducktales team is that this is not gonna be the Ducktales we know from the 90s, and I freaking thank them for it. Why? Because it does changes that were needed. It makes those kind of changes that it really, springs towards you, like catches your eye. Scrooge McDuck is a little bit more chill. Beakley is more like, kind of like the uptight maid, but at the same time she is buff, like not just her personality was, but also physically, like her design, like damn. I never had that kind of affinity towards the old Beakley because she's like your typical fat maid. I don't want to say chubby maid. I'm gonna say that, and she's just like looking out more for Webby than the others. But in this version, she's trying to take no shit and tell Scrooge, hey, this is not right. Like she talks back to Scrooge, and I love it. She kind of gives me like. She's like the Alfred of Scrooge McDuck Manor in this version, and I love it. I freaking adore it. The boys. Okay, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I am so thankful that this time they decided to take, redo their designs to make them stand out a little bit more instead of just the copy-paste duck with the shirt and the baseball cap just with a different color. Red, green, blue. And you get like slightly different hairstyles, different clothes. Like Huey's the only one with the original design. Dewey has a bit of like a upwards hairdo with a t-shirt, and Dewey has a hoodie, and I love it. And he also has like the hair a little bit down, and they all have like different personalities, a little bit like the original, but in this one it's more out there. Okay, there's also this scene, the scene in which you see the boys playing like a Nerf battle. In the house, making a manor, and Scrooge is super chill. He's like, oh, just some bloodlust war games. When Beakley's like, oh, I should warn you what's out there, and Scrooge is like, how bad can it be? They're just kids. They're just playing around. And he even gives Dewey advice, like, hey, don't announce that you're gonna shoot at your target. That removes the element of surprise. Like, damn, Scrooge McDuck was at war, okay? And I freaking love that he's so super chill. And Webby, oh my god, Webby. Thank you, Ducktales team. Thank you for what you did to Webby. I despised the original Webby in the original show. I hated her so much. She was like your typical girl who just wanted to have fun but with tea parties, and she didn't understand boy stuff. And all those pretty colors. Fuck that Webby. Fuck her. Not literally. And this new Webby, oh my god, I know people were gonna compare her to Mabel because, of course, Grandma Hook, and she's kind of like the Mabel 2.0, but I love this new Webby. She's more hardcore. How she reacts in the fight with the boys with the Nerf guns. That was me when I was a kid. I was not the typical, oh, we're gonna dress up and have a tea party. No, I played as the freaking Power Rangers. I was the Red Ranger, and I kicked ass, okay? That was me before kindergarten, like pre-K. That was me. And I love Webby. I wish I had that Webby growing up. Ugh. Thank you. So many girls are gonna look up to Webby and have another role model alongside Mabel. And thank you so much, Disney. She takes the fight to a whole nother level. Like she even made a freaking backstory for her character in the fight. And the boys are like, my guy has a dart gun? Not anymore. Boom. I love Webby. Also, going back to Scrooge, I think he has he took in the whole family, including Donald Duck, which I think is a bit of a fresh air because in the original you got Donald Duck in a few episodes, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the butler is no longer there, the dog butler, I think, from the original show. I don't know. If he's gone, it doesn't affect me. But when Scrooge is very chill with the boys and he goes to have his bath, Donald is in there like occupado, which is pronounced ocupado, by the way. And Scrooge, that's when he flips his shit. Like, oh, the boys and Webby are fighting. The kids will be kids. Interrupt his bath time. House meeting now. Like, that's where he flips his shit, and I adore that scene. That scene made me laugh so hard. And I love it, and I really can't wait for the show to air. Like, legit, I will do a vlog of every episode that comes out. And now, for the piece of the resistance, the coup de grace, Kingdom Hearts. Like, I am so excited. And, okay, before we were announced this, my friends actually spoiled me what world was gonna come out, you know, in the D23 preview. Oh, jeez. I posted beforehand that I was really thinking that Tetsuya Nomura was gonna add Frozen, and if it were true, I was gonna take a buttload of shots recording live, like, oh, Frozen, look. And I was really hoping that Moana was gonna be in the freaking game. I really love Moana. I love that movie. I love Tomato. I love Maui. I love everything about that movie. I love it. I was really hoping that we would have a world of Moana, but hey, sadly, no. But hey, it's not Frozen! Ah, I am so glad it's not Frozen. Power to you if you like Frozen. I don't like it. I think it's the most... it has so many problems. I hate the movie. I'm so sorry. I do not like it. And that was before the whole Frozen Everywhere thing. Like, when the movie came out, I despised it. I was like, no, because I had such expectations for that movie. I had a different idea what it could be, and it did not meet that, nor did the product in itself speak to me. I don't like it. I despise it, and that's a talk for another day. But we get the Toy Story world, and the models for the characters, they look like legit pulled from the movies. And that's amazing. I think Pixar let them borrow the models from the second movie, or maybe even the third. But hey, it's gonna be an original story. This is gonna be after Toy Story 2, and I'm really excited for that. And it also, you know, brings back to those models of Woody and Buzz from the original games from Kingdom Hearts. I think it was 2. If not, I'm mistaken. That we saw those, and hey, from those models that we don't know if it was because of time constraints or budget and they couldn't add them in the final game, it comes back here, and it's amazing. I'm really excited to see that. And a lot of people have been making the meme, you know, the joke of Andy entering his Weibo phase when he buys anime models as toys, and I really find that really funny. Also, a lot of people have been doing the memes of the "You are a toy" or "Look, Sora, handsome," and "Heartless," and you know, the joke. I haven't seen anything of you know, Heartless everywhere. I haven't seen that yet. Please share it with me. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm really excited for what happened, and if you aren't at Comic-Con, please say hi. I'm gonna dressing up as this guy. I'm dressing up as a female Tamatoa. And so, I need to drink. I need to drink something. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, next week we're gonna have the death battle between Renamon and Lucario. I'm really looking forward to that. I was gonna also talk about the Keyblade, but I think my time is up. The Keyblade looks ridiculous, and I have a soft spot for that Keyblade. Come on. It's a freaking cactus with a hat, and the spaceship as the hilt. I find that funny, and the claw. And so with that said, thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and see you at Comic-Con on Sunday.